So today we are doing section 510, special products of binomials. We are recording right now. So Alphas thinks it's a vacation. He's being recorded. You're doing page 247, 1 through 43 odd. Okay? We are doing our Cornell notes. We're always taking with our Cornell notes. You can break it up. I kind of like created this in the way that you can draw it in that way. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a minute and we're going to actually just listen for a minute. And we're going to do just everybody's listening and follow my logic, okay? So when I do something like this and I double distribute, what do I get? X times X is?
X squared.
X squared. X times negative 3 is? Negative 3x. We have 3 times x. We get positive 3x. And then we have 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. What does that simplify to? X squared minus 9. Okay. We said we get x squared minus 9. If I do the same thing, y times y is y squared. Y times negative 7 is negative 7y. 7 times the y is positive 7y. And 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. Can we see any patterns here? Can anybody describe the kinds of patterns that we're seeing? Okay, Dion. Okay, the first term. All right, so we're looking for our patterns. I heard that you said that the first term is always squared that we see in the binomial. Alphast?
When you multiply the inner and outer, it cancels each other out?
Yeah, every time. So when I FOIL it or double distribute it, right, we had originally this, and then we had this and this. Well, I always kind of used to, okay. I like to, when the inner term is positive 3x, the outer term is negative 3x. We're noticing they're additive or inverses, and they cancel each other out. So can we predict what number 3 would be? Can we predict, Maxime?
It would be m squared minus 16.
Good. And the next one, let's go, Greta.
T squared minus 25.
Perfect. Okay. So the rule is, now you're going to write the rule. Okay. The rule is, and you can call it in the left side, don't write recognizing the pattern. Call it a difference of squares.
On the left?
On the left, you can call it a difference of squares. And this is where the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b. We square the first term, it's a squared. We square the last term, it's b squared, and it's a minus sign in between. And why does that exist? Because the inner and outer terms are eliminated. This is called a difference of squares. Again, it's a perfect square minus a perfect square. Please make sure this is all in your notes. Pause the recording. Let's try it. Amani. What would the first one simplify to?
B squared minus 64.
Yep, p squared minus 64. Oh, what happened there? Boy. And the fact that I'm just noticing now. P squared minus 64. What would the next one be? How about Aram?
Wait, y squared minus 44. Wait.
And the next one? Jonah?
M squared minus 36.
Good. Okay, so we square the first term. We square the last term. And the symbol we put in the middle is a minus sign. When do we do that? What does it look like when it comes to us? Adam? When do we use this pattern?
Oh, when it's multiplying two binomials that are the same but with the additive inverses.
When the b is the additive inverse, right. So they're the same, a plus b, a minus b, where the b is opposite. Okay? Okay, let's go through. Ready? Let me go with Ford. Go, number 1.
Okay, so we're gonna do p squared, and then we're gonna 2 times negative 2 is
No,
p squared minus 4.
p squared minus 4. Next one, number 2. Go faster.
Oh, okay. It's x squared and then minus 81.
Good. Next one, let's go with Alec.
30 squared minus 100.
Good. Emerson.
2p squared minus 9.
Nope.
4p squared.
4p squared. We have to square the whole term. 4p squared minus 9. Riley, next one. Keep it in order.
Is it 36? Just 36.
It's not just 36.
Oh, it's 36 minus t squared.
Minus t squared. Good. Vic.
X to the second minus 25.
Good. Next one. Let's go Jason.
9x squared minus 49.
Good. Next one, Gideon.
Okay. 16 minus q to the second.
Good. Next one, Alice.
64d minus
64.
d
Close. 64. D squared minus.
minus 1.
Yep. 1 is a perfect square, by the way. Go, Daniela.
4 minus 5g squared.
5.
5g squared.
Nope. Close. She's going to do it. What'd you say it was? What?
10g squared.
Okay. What's the first term?
5.
No. Start again. All over.
4
Okay. Plus or minus?
minus 25g squared.
Yes. 25g squared. Got it? Questions?
Wait, can you say them?
Okay. I'm going to pause the recording if you need to. It would be a good idea if you get one of these. Oops. It would be a good idea for you to get down one of these that has a coefficient on the variable. So please write one of those down. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do. So the first one was called what? A difference of squares. Now the next one is called a binomial square. Does that mean I square x and I square 5? No. That's what we did yesterday. And remember, when we square a binomial, we'll get a trinomial. Okay? Remember, what this means is the quantity of x plus 5 times the quantity of x plus 5. When we double distribute, we get x squared, right, plus 5x plus 5x plus 25. When I simplify that, what does it come to?
X squared plus 10x plus 25.
Plus 10x plus 25. So basically, notice that, okay? All right, so now the rule for binomial squares is this one, okay? So you can write binomial square on the left and write the rule. So it'd be the quantity of a plus b squared equals, we square the first term, a squared. We square the last term, b squared. The middle term, we're going to multiply together. That becomes an ab, and then we're going to double it. So plus 2ab. And that's because we have two inner and outer terms that are the same. We get the same thing when we have a binomial square. So we're accounting for that right here. Yes?
For the difference of squares, does the these like...
Hold your question, please, and then I'll have to, I'll come back to it. Is everybody clear on this one? Let me go back to, I'm going to go to their writing. Notice how they do it just like me. We square the first term, we square the last term. I multiply the a and b together and then double it. Okay? That's the rule. So let's try it together. Square the first one, write down. What do you get? Write down p, the quantity of p plus 9 squared. Square the first term. What do you get? P squared. Now, we're going to square the last term. What do I get?
81.
Positive 81. Now, multiply this term and positive 9, both terms together. What do I get? 9p. Now we're going to double it times 2. We get 18p. Okay? Sam? Okay. Square the first one, Sam.
Y squared,
Good.
and it's
Square the last one.
negative 144.
Nope. We're squaring it with its sign. Negative 12 times negative 12 is?
144,
What kind of 144?
positive,
Positive 144. Now, multiply those two terms together. What do I get?
negative 12y
Okay, and double that.
is 24y.
What kind?
Positive,
Negative.
negative,
It's negative 24y. Because it's, I owe $12, I owe $12, I owe 24 altogether. Okay? 2 times negative 12y. That would be negative 24y. And really quick, I'm going to show you down here why we're doing that 2 times. Okay? If I'm doing y minus 12 times y minus 12, when I double distribute, I get a y squared, right? Then I get a minus 12y. Then I get a plus 12y, sorry, minus a 12y. Okay, and then we square the last ones, right? We get plus 144. Now, do you understand why that middle term, I'm multiplying both terms and then doubling it? Does everybody understand that?
So
Yes.
minus 12y and then plus.
Minus 12y. That's supposed to be a minus. Right? Because when I do the outside, I get negative 12y. When I do the inside, when I'm foiling it or double distributing it, I get minus 12y. Negative 12y and negative 12y make negative 24y's. Okay?
Oh, I thought you were.
So it's y squared minus 24y plus 144. What I'm trying to explain is why this is twice. Why you would multiply this times this and then multiply it by 2. Do you understand? Is because you're getting negative 12y here and exactly the same thing here when you multiply these. Okay, try the next 2. Pause the recording and do the next 2 on your own.
Minus 12m plus 36.
Perfect. M squared minus 12m plus 36. Did you say minus 36 or plus?
I said minus.
Okay, so,
Plus, yeah.
okay, yeah, you have to be careful because that negative 6 times negative 6 is positive when you multiply, as opposed to the middle term. So anytime you have a minus right here, it will always be minus then plus. Okay? And the next one, let me have Turner.
I got x squared plus 6x plus 6.
No, not plus 6. You got to square the last term.
I meant plus 9.
Plus 9. And that's a very common trinomial that we see quite a bit. Okay. Let's try and do a couple. Let's go with Riley, the first one.
T squared plus 1.
No, multiply them together. 1t, double it,
2t.
2t, and plus 1. Good. Next one. Let's go Oliver.
X squared
Okay. Middle term.
minus 6x
Good.
plus 9.
Plus 9. Perfect. Good. Number 3. Go for it.
I got n squared, and then negative 22n,
Good.
and then minus 121. No, plus 121.
Plus 121. You get the idea? Okay, let's try it with the coefficient. Amani.
So 2p to the second.
Nope, you got to square the whole thing, not just a portion of that term. You got to square the 2.
So 4p to the second.
4p to the second. What's the last term? That's the easiest.
Okay. 14p. Plus 14p.
Okay, but that's not the middle term. Remember, we have to double it.
It's in the last term.
Oh, okay, that's not the last term either. Because we square the first one. 14 is not squaring it, that's adding it. Okay? Or that's multiplying it by 2. To square a number is to multiply it by itself. What is it?
The middle of the last one.
The last one.
49.
Good. 49p?
Yeah. Plus 49p.
Hun, square the first term. Square the last term. I'm not seeing a p in the last term. Look.
Plus 49.
Positive 49, and then the middle term.
40.
Okay, Greta?
I got 28p.
Okay, how am I getting it? Explain it.
Well, it's 2 parentheses 14p because you're multiplying it by the.
Twice, 2 times 14p. I'm multiplying them together.
Yeah.
2p times 7 is 14p. Double that,
then
and
you
she
get
gets
28p.
28p. Okay? Square the first one, Imani. 25 what? No. 25p what?
Squared.
Thank you. Square the last one.
81.
Good. Multiply 5p and 9 together.
45p.
Good. Double that.
90p.
Good. Plus 90p. Got it? Try the next couple on your own. Go. Pause the recording. Person number 6. What is it? Okay. Do it with me mentally.
16x
16x what?
squared.
Okay, guys, you keep leaving the square. Last term.
9.
Positive 9. Multiply them together. What do you get?
12x.
Negative 12x. Double it.
Negative 24x.
Yep, that's it. Negative 24x, he was right. Okay. Next one, who wants to do it? Go, Dion.
X squared would be the first term, and then the last term would be y squared.
Okay, middle term.
The middle term would be y squared. So it would be y squared x.
Nope. Multiply them together. X times negative y. Negative xy, double that. We're not squaring it. We're doubling it times 2. Go. Negative 2xy. Okay. 25. Last term, plus 4x squared. Middle term, negative 10x times 2 is negative 20x. Do you see how I'm doing this very quickly? That's how fast you should get at it. Okay. Let's go. The next one. Who thinks they can do it quickly? Okay, Emerson.
9b squared
Okay, keep going.
plus 4 as enter.
Okay, the last term is plus 4. Keep going. Middle term.
And 6b 12 no
Yeah.
3 6b. Wait,
No.
12b.
12b. Okay. So it's 9b plus 12b. 9b squared plus 12b plus 4. Last one. Finnegan.
16 minus
Do the middle term.
32k
32k
plus 4k squared.
plus 4k squared. Okay. Number 1, true or false? Thumbs up, true. Thumbs down, false. Okay. Number 2, true or false? Raising a quiet hand. Why? Who can tell me why? No. Who can tell me why? Excuse me. Have a seat. Go, Imani. Yes, it should be a positive 16. All right, that's the lesson.